everybody. Thank you all so much for coming out to see this production, the Stage 7 production of The Midnight Express. We're so excited to be doing live theater as safely and as responsibly as we can be right now. We thank you so much for bearing with us through this cold tonight. I hope you guys brought your blankets. If you would like, we have some hot chocolate and some s'more stuff up by the shelter over there. So feel free, if you get a little too cold, to go ahead and grab some for yourself. We do ask that during the show you keep your mask on and try to stay at least 6 feet apart from groups outside of your own, just for everyone's safety. As for the show itself, we have 4 lovely actors in here. We have Cece and Ahana playing the parts of old and young Cassie, and then Lauren and Aditi playing the parts of old and young Cassie. The names are real similar. So you'll see all 4 of them on stage. And we'd like to give a really big thank you to Lauren, who jumped in pretty last minute, replacing one of our actors who had to drop out. She joined us about 2 weeks ago, and she's been doing an incredible job. Overall, this rehearsal process has been a lot of fun, but it's been a real rocky road. Obviously, COVID and everything standing. We've been working real hard to stay safe, but also to get this production off the ground. So we thank you all so much for coming, and we hope you enjoy The Midnight Express.
The homeless man had always been a fixture in the town.
We don't have any homeless people.
Yes, we do.
Bullshit.
What, just because you haven't seen them?
Where?
There's one at the Holiday Inn, under the boardwalk.
Casey? No.
Cassie? Yeah.
Who wants to live under the boardwalk? You're lying.
I am not.
What is he, the troll from Billy Goat's Gruff?
He's a homeless man.
Bullshit!
It is not, and you can't call bullshit on everything I say.
Well, then stop saying bullshit, because that's a bunch of bullshit.
Don't believe me? Go check. Next time we're at the boardwalk, next time we're at the beach, go under the boardwalk.
I'm not going under the boardwalk. There's a homeless man. Take your word.
Of course you will. Chicken. Doesn't matter anyway. This was a different homeless man.
Okay.
Years ago.
Go.
He was super nice and respectful, and everybody liked him. And he wasn't like a beggar, so people, they would help him out. Let him sit in their store if it was raining, or give him food.
How is this a ghost story?
It is. Just wait for it.
I'm just saying this isn't a scary setup. When does this truck run out of gas? This is the daughter of a lighthouse keeper?
I thought you didn't like scary stories.
I don't like boring stories.
Can you hold on?
Okay, sorry, go. There's this magic homeless man who cooks this ragtag human business and takes him to safe. Then what?
He wasn't magic. He had this daughter that disappeared, and it completely destroyed him. He couldn't move on. He couldn't hold down a job, lost all of his friends.
But he was so nice and respectful.
He pushed everybody else away because he didn't want anybody but her. He hoped that maybe if he gave everything else up, maybe he would earn her back.
No, that sounds right.
And
I've heard of it.
He always keeps his wallet on him. The only thing in it is a picture of his missing daughter.
Sweet.
Years go by, and she never turns back up. So he starts walking the rails, town after town searching for her, but he doesn't find her, so he starts walking back. He gets to the edge of town, to this bridge, and he gets tired, so he lays down for a moment and falls asleep.
Oh, I think I see what's coming.
It's the middle of the night. He's fast asleep, when suddenly, the Midnight Express comes barreling down.
Suddenly, how can the Midnight Express suddenly... Was it midnight?
He doesn't know what time it is. He's homeless and
I'm
asleep.
The guy can have a wallet, but he can't have a watch?
Let me tell my story.
Where's the scary part?
I'm going to punch you in the face. That's the scary part. The train comes, runs right over him.
He fell asleep on the train tracks. Who would do that?
When they discover the body, the head and legs have been cut off by the train. The police discover the torso. They search the bridge, the creek, the ground underneath it for the missing parts, but they never find them. The only thing they find to identify the body is with the picture inside it, but death didn't stop the man searching for his daughter. They say he continues to search for her day and night. They say if you go to the bridge where the tracks cross the creek at night, you can still hear his scream. and the creek underneath it runs red with his blood. So?
Oh, that was the scary part?
Well, it would have been if you didn't make fun every 2 seconds.
What?
You made fun the entire time.
The Midnight Express!
It's a real thing.
How? It's midnight for only 1 minute. When? Was the train only going like a mile? And who sleeps on train tracks? You're tired? Sleep over there!
He didn't know he was going to sleep that late.
Who cares? Don't sleep on train tracks.
Well, he did, and the train killed him, and now he haunts the bridge behind the cemetery.
Of course it's behind the cemetery.
You can see it when Mom drives down the 11 across the street from Debbie's diner.
I'm not saying there's not a bridge behind the cemetery.
Have you seen it? It's super scary.
Anything behind a cemetery is scary.
Fine. You tell a scary story.
I don't know any scary stories. I don't like scary stories.
Well, that's what people do when they stay up all night.
I'll never understand why people like being scared.
It's natural. It's fun.
Bullshit.
Please. Scaring people is second nature. Don't eat the apple or else.
Well, can I be done now?
Sure. If you admit you're scared.
Are you kidding? Of course I'm scared.
I thought the story wasn't scary.
No, your story was super lame. I'm scared because it's dark and late and we're out alone.
And anything can be out there.
Yeah, saying that, thank you.
Something evil.
I know what you're doing. Stop.
Something with a knife dripping in blood.
Yeah, that's the worst. Someone stole the dream.
And just when you'd like to escape, the Midnight Express cuts off your only escape. Ah!
Stop it, Casey!
Tell me you're scared.
I'm scared.
And my story?
This is scary. Will you please stop?
Cassie.
God damn, Dick Tam.
Hey.
Girl, you scared my golden years off. Thanks.
Where have you been?
Seriously. Are you serious? You could have waited your car for me?
You were waiting there?
For half an hour. I thought surely you were in the gas station getting cigarettes or sitting at the diner charging your phone since that doesn't work or something.
I told you here.
No, you left me a raving, crying voicemail scaring me half to death. And when I called you back, I got some random crazy drinky because you called me on a payphone. A payphone. Where do you find a payphone? I thought payphones were a thing 80s movies made up.
I've been waiting here for over an hour.
Well, whose brilliant idea was that? I'm by the car, parked next to you, and I'm thinking surely she doesn't expect me to walk down the tracks. She'd be out of her damn mind. And then I think, maybe she is out of her mind. Well, that's great. Well, asswad. When I decide to walk down the tracks like a jackhole, I find you here. And what the hell is going on?
What time is it? Do you have a watch?
A watch? Casey, are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What happened to your phone?
I couldn't afford it.
It's the most insane thing I've ever heard. You can't not live without a phone.
You can live without a phone, Cassie.
First, you call me sounding like a lunatic. And then I find your car abandoned. And then I'm walking down this piss squalor of an alleyway, strangled death. Moments like these are the exact reason you should have a phone.
You almost missed it.
Okay, Oracle, you can stop speaking in ominous fragments now.
What?
What?
What do you want me to say?
I want you to tell me what's going on.
Nothing's going on.
Nothing?
I just wanted to see you.
Because I'm the crazy one, apparently. Because we're just two rad chicks chilling in the woods, and you're some bag lady now. And me, I just like hanging out behind graveyards. Graveyards, let that sink in. What else? We're just hanging. Nothing? You're gonna say nothing?
Okay. I'm sorry I wasn't at my car. I thought you'd appreciate the walk.
You're a jerk.
Part of the territory.
Who's having an adventure? I was worried. I thought something was truly wrong. I mean, something better be wrong.
Nothing is wrong. I just wanted to see you and I thought you meeting me here would be fun. I'm sorry if you got scared.
Nope, I'm out. Get your phone cut back on. You scare people.
Where are you going?
Really quick. I hope you have no misgivings about tonight because this was shitty. And I don't know what's going on with you, but I don't appreciate it.
Hey! My phone's been shut off for 2 months. How come you didn't notice it until tonight?
It's not like you're calling me.
Why should I be?
I don't know, Casey. Why should you?
Yeah, you're this crazy, caring bitch who's so put upon, but we haven't talked in months. And you didn't even realize that you hadn't called me either, and now you got nothing.
You hear from me all the time.
Clearly.
I tag you in shit all the time. So don't pull this we're distance plea, because I don't see you coming around either.
I know you're young, and you think stitching photos together is some deep form of conversation.
Spare me. I'm young. You're so wise and inexperienced. You shit fortune cookies.
Whatever. You don't want to be here not surprised. Go home.
I love all this disdain you have. Like, I'm the inconsiderate one.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. That's your big comeback.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I snuck past Roger to get here. Cause my phone was blowing up at 10:30 at night with some number I don't even recognize. And you left some unintelligible voicemail like a crazy woman.
A crazy woman?
A crazy woman! We could have made plans like rational people, but no! I just snuck past Roger to get here. I'm some wolf passing past some sheepdog with hair in his eyes. Do you know what'll happen if Roger found I snuck out? Do you remember Roger?
I remember Roger.
Oh, thank God I parked on the street tonight, or else I'd have to be walking. Oh, wait, I did, for 20 minutes through the Blair witch hunt.
Next time, just say no and stay in bed.
You asked me to come and I show up. Aren't I the asshole all of a sudden? It's the first time you've actually called me, and I miss you. But for you to have the inconsiderate one. Yes, I miss you.
Bullshit.
Bullshit on you!
You don't miss me.
You asked me to come, and I'm here. But fine. I don't miss you. And here I am. For you!
I haven't seen you since before her funeral.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm here now.
Oh my God, you're so selfless. You would spend Christmas at homeless shelters.
It's better than spending them at...
Better than what? Better than what?
You know what? Nothing.
Go ahead, say it.
I didn't say anything.
Say the words.
Just stop! You know what I was going to say. I was being cruel.
You're a terrible friend.
Oh, so we're friends now. Thanks for the heads up.
Whatever.
I'm sorry. You're intentionally being mean.
That is really great. You are really good at apologies. Just turn it right back around, Roger.
I'm whatever you want. I'm whatever you want me to be.
No, you're not. Just do me a favor and don't stand there acting all righteous.
All I've done tonight is worry over you.
Day late and $1 short, small fry. What?
Nothing.
You okay?
Yeah.
Don't go getting teary on me.
Not.
I'm just saying, try not to make this about yourself.
Jesus, Casey, I'm not.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. So what are you thinking?
Nothing. The reason I wasn't there
Save
was
it. I don't care.
I'm a good friend. I'm a good friend.
That's fine.
What?
Nothing. So Roger's better?
He was for a while, but then Caps died, and it tore Roger to pieces for a month. I don't know how he was able to hold down his job. I guess, well, probably because the bastard wouldn't leave even if they told him to, so. He's like a sea turtle. He has some migratory pattern buried deep into his brain, and eventually he just settled down, got over it, you know.
Better?
He's still a verbally abusive drunk, but no. He drinks alone in his lazy boy all night, out by 10, sleeps in the living room, and is gone by the time I get up, so whatever. I just avoid him and everything's fine.
Kinda sounds awful.
No. National Honor Society, Student Council, volleyball, cheerleading, Spanish club, art club. We never see each other and it's actually perfect.
I never did any of that in high school.
Yeah, I wish someone would have pulled me aside when I was 13 and said, hey, once you can drive, it'll get better. He won't bother you again.
Sorry.
It wasn't your job.
You remember my birthday this year? Sent me a card.
You remembered? Not mine.
You got my name wrong if it makes you feel any better. Called me Cassie.
Roger.
Roger.
He has his moments.
I know.
Like last month, he made this meal of stuff I hadn't seen him cook since I was little. Case of ice house for him and a packet of sweets. It's for me.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you do those little twist, blade things with the twist ties.
You can still get those.
Roger can. He only shops at the dollar store. Everything there's a decade old.
But why?
I don't know. I think it's trapped somewhere in his lizard brain. Like, oh, Casey likes these. The whole thing was weird, but nice. When I got home from school the next day, he left me a voicemail saying, I did all this work to make you dinner that you think you can fucking help me clean it up. He was out sleeping on the living room. The dishes were piled in the sink. No, easy come, easy go.
You used to do that thing on Christmas?
Gets paid double on holidays. I hate being alone. Hey, you look horrible.
It's probably because I'm drunk.
I know.
I'm just saying that's probably part of it.
Not as big as a part as you think it is.
You didn't say anything.
Have it. So, did you drive here like this, or just let the traffic suit you naturally?
What do you care?
It's a 4.5 hour drive. Is that all you're on?
I can't afford a cell phone. You think I'm buying angel dust?
I don't know what that is. Hey.
Yeah?
Why are we out here?
What time is it?
Come on.
Don't be shitty.
You know, the upshot of having a phone is that it comes
Stuff
with a...
it.
Seriously, what happened?
Nothing. I just couldn't afford it.
Oh, it's 11:40. Does your grandmother still help?
Screw her money.
She paid for your ski trip last year, but yeah, screw her. I don't get it. Like, what type of bills do you have?
I'm an adult, Cassie. Adults have bills.
Oh, I know. I'm on it. I'm a kid. You're an adult.
Your life's different than you think.
When's the last time you think Roger got groceries or checked the mailbox? I've been balancing his checkbook since I was 15. Last month, I had to go digging in his ashtray in his truck for loose change so I could pay the electric bill. We still have cell phones, but we've got rid of the landlines. God damn it, we still have cell phones.
You got rid of your landline?
Yeah, it's been 2 months. Nobody called it. I just don't get it. I mean, you got school, taking care of meal plan. How is this not a priority for you?
I don't know what to tell you, Cassie. I don't have a phone, and blood continues to circulate in my body.
Is that what it sounds like when I'm shitty?
Yeah.
Ew.
Roger's rubbing off. Hate it for you.
You do know nothing's going to happen tonight.
You want a drink?
No.
Still don't drink?
I have a thing about impairing my judgment where I could be manned by a wild animal or stabbed by an escaped convict.
Right.
Oh my god, I just can't stop with this attitude. It's like everything I say.
Don't worry about it.
No, it's just super stressing. Like, not like this with anybody else. Are you gonna drink that with anything?
I don't have anything.
Seems like a convenient excuse. Hey, listen. Why don't we go back to the cars? We can go to the diner. I can drive, hit and runs.
No thanks.
Or your treat if you're old-fashioned and you don't like ladies paying. Casey.
What?
You could stay the night. I could sneak you in.
No, thanks.
Even if Roger broke up, he always liked you. You could hang out all night.
We are hanging out.
No, come on. We could go back to the house. You could get wasted after Roger's dime. Do you like ice house?
You came all this way.
We could sleep in. I could skip school. We could basically do whatever we want.
You should drink some of this. Get in the proper state.
You think you really need some rest?
Take your shoes off.
Oh, you're getting competent again. I'm glad. I thought we'd actually have a real conversation.
It's getting close to midnight.
Casey!
I thought we might have a seance.
I'm a clairvoyant.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I thought you had to be like an old lady in order to...
I don't know what to tell you, Small Fry.
What's that again?
I'm deeply in tune with otherworldly things.
This Satan stuff.
It's not Satan stuff.
Well, what is it?
It's a bunch of things, like the energy of people who've moved on, or if someone is upset but trying to hide it.
You talk to dead people?
I commune with their presence. They speak to me.
I don't believe that.
Why would I lie to you?
To scare me?
I'm not lying.
It's impossible.
It's not impossible. You just aren't a believer.
How many times
How many times what?
have you done it?
I don't know, bunches. Like, my dad, for one.
Really?
Yeah, I swear.
When?
I don't know, I must have been 9 or 10. It was my first time
No,
here.
I don't want to hear how the house is haunted.
Are you kidding me? This place is totally haunted.
Why would you tell me that? I have to sleep here.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
There's so much energy here, you have to feel it.
No, I felt I get to go on a jet ski. Not I get to be terrified of the only family vacation I've ever had.
Just listen for a second.
No.
Cassie.
You want to believe me into thinking about an abandoned schoolhouse or haunted ironworks? Fine, I'll suffer through it. But you can't tell me that a place I'm sleeping in is haunted and then expect me to take my pants off and poop. I just can't.
That's random and gross.
You know, if I were a ghost, I'd wait until you were at your most vulnerable and then I'd fly right up your butt.
And why exactly would you do that?
Scare you?
I mean, I get that a ghost flying up your butt is scary, but as a ghost, what exactly would you get out of that?
Oh, nothing really. I haven't put much thought into this from the ghost perspective.
And we're talking about my dad. So you'd be flying up your daughter's butt.
The logistics aren't the point. The point is, scary.
It's not scary. It's super calming and beautiful.
It is. I am terrified right now.
Hey!
No!
Cassie, I'm going to tell you and you're going to be fine. It's not scary at all, okay?
Okay.
If you're scared, tell me and I'll stop. Okay, so the first
I'm
time...
scared.
Cut it out!
But you said,
I take it back!
Casey!
Just, you have to trust me, okay? Mom brought me here. This was before she got sick. I was little and we were coming down the driveway. I could barely see the cabin through the trees. I had this vision of a room. Wooden walls, small brass bed, dark green quilt. It was such a clear picture. There was a wooden shelf full of dinosaur toys of all colors and a window that looked out over the whole lake. But the clearest thing was the feeling I had. Total calm. Mom told me to go inside and pick out whichever room I wanted to stay in.
Was it our room? Please don't say it was our room.
I go upstairs and walk into the first room I see.
Nope, nope.
Same size, same bed from my vision, but it was no longer a kid's room. Everything else was exact though. It was my dad's room when he was little, but I already knew that. It was like his presence had led me there. You don't believe me,
He grew up here. You probably just assumed it was his room.
but knowing what it would look like,
It's a log cabin by the lake. Wooden walls overlooks the water. That isn't paranormal.
but it was exact. The size, where the window was, what the lake looked like.
But the things you pictured weren't there.
Just wait for it.
Oh!
I walk into the room and the window is open, so I close it. That night, it's open again. Every single time I go into the room, this thing is open. And that's when I remember the ghosts on Big Bridge. You already know about that one. Seriously? Do you not know any ghost stories?
I've never been here before.
Okay, you'll like this one.
I find that unlikely.
Big Bridge is this super old bridge on the lake. So old it only has one lane. Like 50 years ago, this car died on the bridge and at midnight.
Does it always have to be midnight?
And this other car came speeding down the bridge with its lights off.
Of course it did.
Super dark and stormy night.
Uh-huh.
And blam! The cars collided, there was a giant fireball, and everybody died. Boom! And they say if you go on the bridge now, and turn all your lights off, the people that died there will push your car back onto the roadway so no one else will ever die there again. And if you cover the hood of your car in baby powder, you can see their handprints on your car. Pretty cool, right?
Who's they?
They?
They say if you park on this bridge. They say if you walk along the tracks at midnight. They say if you strangle a chicken with your socks inside out on the Sabbath. They.
I think it's universally understood that they means the scientific community. And stop changing the subject. That night, I covered my window in baby powder. Mom and Granddad had gone to the store, and Grandmother doesn't do stairs anymore. I go out to the lake and swim for an hour, and when I get back, the window is open again. Oh, I figured you'd interrupt me. Handprints. Big ones. Way bigger than mine.
Your dad?
It had to be, so I stood there and waited.
For what?
For whatever my dad wanted to show me.
Why were his handprints bigger though? He was a kid here?
He didn't die as a kid, and do you have to question everything?
Why does she look scared?
This isn't scary!
Speak for yourself.
Okay, this is the best part. That night I go to bed, and it's way colder than it should be on the summer night. I can see my breath. Warm air on the outside, but super cold on the inside. I give over to it and actually say, okay, Dad, I'm ready for whatever you want to show me.
And
I can't. It's too scary.
Casey!
Look who's interested all of a sudden.
Shut up and tell me what happened.
Lightning bugs. Dozens of lightning bugs flying through the window. Hundreds of them flashing across the entire room. And I wait and I watch and they keep on coming. Hundreds of them floating, buzzing, lighting up everything. It was the most beautiful thing I ever saw. And that's when I knew. That was my dad coming to visit me. Letting me know he'd always be there for me.
Then what happened?
They just left.
Just like that.
Pretty much.
How did you know that was your dad?
Because I'm a clairvoyant. And look, I found these in the attic the next day. Grrr! Grrr!
No way, this still happens.
Sure.
Do you think
What?
he'll show up while we're here?
His presence is always the strongest here. Does that scare you?
A little. But you've never seen him, like, his flesh.
You mean like an oozing, dripping ghost? No.
Does he only show up to you?
No one else knows it's him. Once all the kitchen cabinets slammed and Grandmother said, "Oh, that's just my Kenny." But nobody believed her and she wouldn't say anything more.
Casey,
Yeah,
how did, how did your dad die?
he died when I was a baby. He overdosed. He was on drugs.
What was he?
And that's all I've ever been told. And I had to get it from Grandmother. Nobody likes to talk of it much.
Do you miss him?
I never knew him.
No, I know that.
Do you mean, do I wish I got to know him?
Kind of.
'Cause yeah, of course. But I don't miss him because I never really knew him. I miss feeling his presence here because it felt amazing, but if missing someone is like there being a hole and wishing it were filled up, then what I feel is like level ground and wishing there were a hill instead.
Am I allowed to miss my mom if I never knew her?
No. And your mom isn't even dead. She's in Kentucky. And maybe you're feeling the same thing I am and you're just confusing the words.
I guess. We're friends, right?
Better than that. We're sisters now.
What's the difference?
Do you ever have a friend you were really close to and then one day you just weren't friends anymore? Well, sisters is like that, but it's for always.
So, as sisters, we always have to believe in each other?
I wouldn't lie to you.
I don't mean it like that.
Then what?
Well, at my old school, my best friend Emily and her family used to speak in tongues.
Oh, I hate that. It scares me.
Nothing scares you.
I don't know. It sounds like the devil talking.
It is the devil talking.
I don't like the devil.
Emily used to pick me up for church. Her mom told Roger I had to go and that they could bring me. We're sitting in the middle of church and everyone starts in.
Totally sounds like the devil.
On the ride home, I asked Emily what she was saying. She said she wasn't saying anything, and that the language of the Lord and the Holy Spirit was speaking for her. But I don't think I believe that.
You don't think you could do it?
I think she's just saying made-up words because everyone else is and she knows she's supposed to. And I think she knows she's saying made-up words, but she doesn't want to admit it. But eventually told me that if I didn't believe her, that I was calling her a liar and that we couldn't be friends anymore. Can you love someone and still think they're wrong?
I don't know.
Because I want us to be like sisters so bad. And I want to believe everything you say. Because I don't think you're a liar or you're crazy. I just don't know if a bunch of lightning bugs is your dad. Are you mad?
I don't think I am.
Then what are you?
I don't know. I still believe. I guess I was hoping you would too.
It doesn't mean I don't want it to be true.
Do you?
The world seems less scary if there aren't any ghosts in it. I like that. But I want it for you.
I don't think it can be both.
I do miss my mom here. I miss her all the time. Sometimes we'll go out for pizza after a soccer game and I have to catch a ride with someone else and their mom will recap highlights. Or I'm the last one in my grade to start shaving because Roger won't buy me a razor, so I have to steal his and shave with the man's razor. Or Roger says it's cheaper if I wear his old clothes and go like a hobo for 6 Halloweens in a row. And I think about how if my mom were here, things would be different. And I miss her. And I know you say it doesn't count, but I can picture her and I doing all those things, and it just makes me miss her even more. And I don't know if you talking to, if Lightning Bugs is your dad, but you believe it, and maybe that's why you don't miss it as much.
But you have a mom now.
She's not gonna get saved, is she?
I hope not.
Roger says your dad is the reason your mom got taken into the
What are you talking about?
What?
That's not true. Don't say that.
What did I do?
Roger's a liar.
Okay, I didn't know.
When did he tell you that?
He didn't. I overheard him when I tied the cat.
He shouldn't have said that.
Okay.
He should just keep his damn mouth shut.
Are you mad at me?
Why did you believe
I
him?
didn't know he was lying. You never told me anything.
From now on, if he says anything about my mom, you tell him to mind his own business.
It's his wife.
I don't care. You got that?
Yeah. Then how did she get sick?
What do you mean, how did she get sick? She just got sick. People get sick.
I just never been sick and I haven't been better in a day or two. Even when I was 10 and I got the chicken pox for 5 days, Roger made me go back to school after 3.
This isn't the chicken pox, Cassie. Quit being an idiot. You're not an idiot. You're not. I shouldn't have said that.
I hate it when Roger calls me that.
Forget him. He's the idiot. This is Brontosaurus. He's 75 feet long and has the brain the size of a walnut. That's Roger, old lizard brain. Don't listen to him.
Are you done being mad?
I just get defensive.
I'm sorry.
You should know better than to believe anything your dad says.
I didn't know.
Now you do.
Are you and I okay?
Mom tries really hard not to be sick. She just does better some days than others. And grandmother said she's always going to be like that because she's weak. But that woman's crazy. She doesn't know a damn thing about my mom. She's better now and she's going to stay like that. She's your mom now too. You have to believe in her.
I don't like it when you say bad things about him.
Who?
My dad.
You say bad things about him all the time.
Only when I'm angry. And I'm allowed.
You don't even call him dad. You call him Roger.
He's still my dad. I don't have grandparents. He's all I got.
Not anymore. You've got me and my mom, my dad's parents, and you've got a new dad too.
Does it count?
Of course it counts.
I never met him, though.
Well, you will. Tonight.
Really?
I told you, I'm a clairvoyant.
does such a beautiful girl have such ugly
Oh,
feet?
shut up.
I'm serious. They look like you've been through war.
They do not.
Okay, let's just compare them. Look at how smooth and feminine mine are.
They're not that different.
Yours look like the mountain the Grinch shows Christmas off of.
I'm an active person.
Hey, calm down. It's not a competition.
How would you like if I was always critical of you?
Did you really just say that?
I'm saying that we have to be barefoot anyway.
There is an order to these things, or haven't you forgotten?
I remember. It's all made up anyway.
What?
Oh, let's be barefoot. How fun! People say I'd do anything for you. They mean bail you out of jail. I donate blood for surgery, not barefoot, playing Beetlejuice in Emptyville. That's new pencils in my life.
Are you done?
Yes, Madame Casey.
Very funny. I'm gonna set it all up and then we can start.
So, how broke are you exactly?
Shh.
Just trying to make conversation.
I need quiet.
Oh, have we started yet? Sorry. Just saying, you need groceries. Kroger's 24 hours. Or like detergent, tampons, or anything.
I get by just fine.
But if you weren't, you could tell me.
What are you gonna do? Walk your change down to the corner store?
Books, school supplies. I could help you.
I don't need your money.
Sir, I could help you get your phone cut back on.
That wouldn't impact Roger's drinking fund.
Couldn't find it if I needed it.
I don't want your money, do you hear me?
Does your grandmother even know you're going through trouble?
I don't talk to that bitch anymore.
Okay.
I get the sure I talk when I'm scared thing, but you need to shut up now.
I'm not scared. I'm not a child anymore.
Could have fooled me.
I'm not scared. I'm just saying it could help if we could make conversation. Like, I haven't seen you in. And what's the point of doing this if we can't talk?
How's the college hunt?
Early acceptances next week?
You figured that out yet?
Nope.
Not as important as you think.
Thanks. You should really speak at graduation.
College is kind of bullshit. Getting out, that's what matters.
Yeah, you're really making the most of it.
If you're a hard worker, which you are, you'll find opportunities wherever you go. You think about staying close to home?
I'm thinking more out of state.
What's Roger gonna do when you're not around to balance his checkbook?
I don't think I even thought about it.
And?
He'll have to figure out his own, I guess.
Big words? Sounds like a little bullshit.
Yeah, you're right. I think we should work in silence, holy gatherings and all.
Sure.
It's freezing.
You don't have some calluses or a layer of athlete's foot to counter the cold?
I'm putting my shoes back on.
No, you can't, you promise.
To pacify you.
You said you'd do this with me.
Before you ragged on my feet for 10 minutes straight.
I was just saying that if your feet are cold, you can stand on the sheet. It's
Really?
warmer.
You think that's a message, Jack and Dade?
Yeah.
Keep your sheet. I'd rather be cold.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I mean, Satan! I mean, ghosts, goblins, black cats. That stuff doesn't scare me anymore.
Clearly.
I remembered all this stuff is for, all the religious artifacts.
What are you now, Indiana Jones?
The purple sheet, because Jesus was fashionably a gentleman. I've actually given this one a lot of thought. Purple was the color of royalty, so... Because it was the hardest to manufacture before artificial dyes, so probably not realistic. A mirror, because all ghosts are scared of mirrors. I mean, Count Chocula, Boo Berry, Fruit Brute. Perplexed by mirrors and shit. The Bible. Because, the Bible. I'm a little surprised you haven't updated. Oh, and the 3 candles for Father, Son, and Homeless Ghost. I'm sure you remember what they stand for. The 1995 movie Casper, where the ghost gets to grow up to become a real boy and go to the middle school dance.
The candles represent the white light that leads to heaven.
Except our ghost is looking for his daughter, so probably not wanting to see any white light.
Fine. So no candles then.
Also, our ghost, raging douchebag.
Huh. Kind of out of left field.
Well, the story is he lost his daughter, right? Like, lost the daughter.
Yeah, that's the setup.
Who loses their daughter? Did he go to Target and did she run up to the electronics section and think, oh, you know what? I bet you Sammy Lee just naturally go down to the Train tracks.
Just a story.
Bullshit. I'll tell you what happened. This son of a bitch packed his stuff and left his family high and dry. And when he came back with his tail between his legs, he didn't find his daughter sitting by the phone. No, she had moved on because she realized life could go on without him. That's the kind of stuff that makes you a ghost. That's why he walks the tracks.
Okay, what is wrong?
Just tired of this, you making me feel like this.
I haven't done anything to you.
The seance, I kind of understand. We did this with kids. Fine, whatever. Weird. I can get behind it. But this whole night was your opportunity to make me feel like an ass. First, I'm this awful person because I neglected you. Not true, but warp things however you want. But now I'm an ass because I want to leave and go to college and leave Roger. It's because, you didn't split and move 4.5 hours away, so just screw you. And what do you even know?
Go fuck yourself.
You really cannot keep doing this all night. Am I the worst? Is that what you want to hear?
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, we're back to that again.
Take your day planner and set aside a big old chunk of time to fuck yourself.
You're like a monsoon of hurtful feelings. You know that, right?
You make this big show of how you do anything for me, flaunt your generosity in my face, but it doesn't mean a thing.
I've done everything for you tonight, and you've met me minute for minute for shitty comment for shitty comment. So enough with this victim bullshit. Here, come on, let's play your game. Let's say Bloody Mary and spin in circles. Oh, you forgot the most important part. I got you covered because I have a phone. The sound of angels coming home. I hope your ghost stays my running mix. Is this not what you wanted? Are you upset? I'm converted. I'm a believer. Because what part of sitting in the woods waiting for an urban legend is totally to be not taken seriously? Submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society. I call this story your selfish jackass.
I'm out of here. Will you turn that shit off? Take your shoes. I doubt they'll ever get my phone cut back on, but can you do something for me? Can you erase me from your contacts? Defriend, unfollow everything. I want you to feel the lack of my presence in your life because you and I are done. I'd already written you off for the shitty person that you are, but I had this thought, this inkling of a memory, and I thought, fucking stupid of me, but I thought I was the one who had done something to you. Well, tonight, you proved that for me.
You're writing me off.
How far you been?
Because I won't play a Ouija board in the woods with you?
No!
Because you've got to be out of your damn mind.
You just love throwing out the crazy
Because that
comments.
is pretty stupid.
Not because of that.
From some stupid story from when we were little?
Will you let me talk?
Wanting to get one more scare out of me.
You are so dense. You know that?
Yes. I don't know if you're drunk or unstable or...
Stop it.
Perfectly sane. The only way to make you feel better is to pull me out into the woods and play at midnight and release story time with Casey?
I was giving you a second
Only
chance.
this time, I'm not playing along.
Your second chance.
Because this means nothing to me.
You mean nothing to me.
Apparently. Because you got me all upset rushing out here. You could give less than a shit to care that you scared me.
Grow up.
Into thinking that something was actually gonna happen. That you could talk to me without some weird crystal ball.
You would know what I wanted if you cared about me. This was your second chance.
What second chance? You sound crazy.
Stop calling me that.
You're crazy. Crazy. Crazy.
I hope
Crazy.
Roger dies. I hope he dies and you don't find out because you're too self-important to call home and the neighbors have to find him because of the smell. And I hope when the police tell you that he was dead for over a week when they found him, they look at you like you're the crazy one. And I hope you can't bear to look at him at the morgue because of how much his body has decomposed, turned black and blue. A black mass in the middle of his face because he died, face down and the blood pooled there. And I hope it looks nothing like him. I hope it costs every cent you have to get him cremated, and I hope you feel ashamed when you look at the box you got from the clearance section at a TJ Maxx to put his ashes in. And the funeral? I hope you're the only person at his funeral who ever saw any good in him. I hope you have to stand there in front of all of those people and try to convince them that he was a good person, and then look at you like you're the crazy one. And I hope you're alone when it all happens. More than anything, I hope you're alone. I had this twisted, backwards notion in my head that you were my sister, that I could win you back, that I needed to. I was wrong.
I wanted to be there for you.
You should have been there for her.
You're right.
She was your mother, too.
Okay.
She was.
Come on.
What?
For 13 months. She wasn't even around for most of it.
That's not true.
We spent more time at your grandparents than we did with her.
She was more of a mother to you than your own mother ever was.
Shut up!
I bet you still never met her, have you?
It's none of your business.
Of course it's none of my business. We're nothing to each other.
Oh, that's how you see it?
How else can
Because
I?
from my point of view, you're the ones who left us.
You think I had any say in that?
You ever thought how it affected me?
That doesn't mean that you had to write her off when she passed.
I can't keep apologizing for that.
I needed you.
I'm right here.
It doesn't count anymore. I needed my sister by my side at our mother's funeral. And you failed me. Because you were never my sister. Why did I ever believe that you were?
Here. And take this.
You kept it?
Yeah. It's my only magical thing. It was my omen to keep all the bad things at night after you left. I was alone. You know, I overheard Caps and Roger talking 2 months after you guys left, and it was obvious you weren't coming back, talking about the relapses. The only time Roger hit me was the time I asked where Mom had gone. He said she wasn't my mother, and that he was the only one who cared for me. I used to sit by the phone every night waiting for you to call. Roger told me there was no phone, that you couldn't be reached. It's your kindness that I missed the most. Never truly felt that before. I don't know about you, but one of my favorite moments is playing Christmas morning in a methadone clinic. After she died, Roger said really terrible things. I don't know if it's because she felt betrayed by her or guilty for kicking her out or something. I don't know. I guess I was scared to go to her funeral because I didn't want to deal with Roger's anger. Because I was scared. Like, scared of Roger, scared like I always am. But I lost family too, and I have been mourning it a lot longer.
I was alone at Jefferson Memorial Gardens. Every time the funeral director brought me a new invoice, I just cried. Finally, his assistant told me that it would be cheaper to get her cremated if I dealt with the crematorium directly. It was $900, and grandmother said she couldn't help because she had to replace the liner in her bathroom.
Bitch.
It's fine. It's just, I'm sick of her shit and old enough to see how manipulative she is. It's like, I don't care who stuck a needle in whose arm first or who fucked around more on the other. I don't care anymore. I'm just so sick of all this she killed my Kenny shit. It just sucks being the only person in her that who ever saw in her what I did.
You're not alone.
Feels like it.
I spend every Friday and Saturday night at the Dollar Theater because it's better than watching Roger drink or the senior class drink. I hate drunks.
Sorry.
Emotional natural disasters I can handle, but people who haven't learned that Everclear makes them an asshole or in love or something, just can't stand the smell. Like, who actually smells vodka and fruit punch and thinks, oh, my body wants this?
Try telling roommates your 20s weren't made for trying hard drugs. After her funeral, I kept waiting for your call.
I was ashamed.
I miss her.
I know you do.
I turned 18 and I wanted so badly to get away, to start over. I feel so guilty.
That will go away.
I don't know that I wanted to.
You do.
The man loses his daughter and gives up everything else in the hopes of winning her back.
It's just a story with really awful logic.
I wonder if the universe demands pain for peace.
It does. You'll feel shitty for a while and then you'll start to feel better.
I hope that you will be just as much of a wreck as me.
Always a pleasure to disappoint.
I just want to feel her presence again.
Seances in the woods aren't going to do that.
Sounds a lot more stupid when you say it like that. This is her yearbook. It was on the altar at her funeral. In 1978, in Tarrant City, Alabama, our mother was voted most beautiful senior.
Oh my God, she was gorgeous.
I never saw her smile like that.
You know,
I thought if we were together, I would feel her presence again.
well, you are the clairvoyant.
I'm as much of a skeptic as you. Your mother relapses twice a year and it happens. I made that shit up to scare you when we were kids.
That night in the what?
I mean, it's a cabin in the middle of fucking woods. There's more lightning bugs than there are trees, but I genuinely felt a connection that night.
Maybe it was all that we wanted it to be. You know, call your grandmother. Even if you aren't going to take her money, it really sucks. Worrying about people. So, and if you need someone to be like, oh, look, bitch.
No, it's fine. We'll patch it up. I'm almost done hating her anyways. You should go to college far away. Roger's never going to be self-sufficient. That's the goddamn truth. That said, it is so much easier to care for other people. If you're brave enough to deal with yourself, I think you should do it.
Thanks.
You want to get out of here?
Only if you want to.
We might as well. It's got to be past midnight by now.
5 after.
Figures.
Come here.
No, stop it. Let's pack up.
My sister wants to have a seance in the woods. We're having a seance, god damn it. All right, you homeless son of a bitch. We ain't got time for this shit. We have questions and we need some answers. So, I'm looking for Joanne Wright. And if you know where she is, you better come out. And no Satan bullshit either.
Come on.
No. I'm a clairvoyant. Okay. Do you have somewhere else better to be? Because, oh, look, some loose change and some bottles of hooch and some Lucy's. It's like a Halloween ghost town in this bitch. Because we have questions and we need some answers, god damn it. Come on, Casey, get off of your ass.
Is that?
Yeah.
No, don't. Just scare him away. Is this what it was like last time?
No. This is completely different. Come here.
Is it really him?
Of course it is.
What does it mean?
It doesn't mean anything. It just is.
should I call him Dad?
If you want.
It makes me feel funny. Kind of bad like.
Roger?
Yeah.
Well, he's our dad too. Family can be different. It can be anything you want it to be.
Casey,
Yeah.
it just sucks. You'll be going to college pretty soon. You just showed up and then you'll be gone again.
Well, maybe, but think of it like this. I never got to meet my dad, and you missed out on 13 years with your birth mom.
I feel like we just kind of missed out, you know?
Yeah, but family can... That doesn't change what family is for you moving on. You just take what you're given and you grow on it. You can only go up.
There's still a sadness in that, though.
Doesn't change anything. Just take them as they come, small fry.
You know, Roger can be really cool if you let him. Not all the time, though. He sucks a lot. But every once in a while, he can really surprise you.
I'd be surprised if he didn't.
Tomorrow's gonna be awesome.
You think so?
I have a sixth sense about these things. I have a ghost story.
You?
It could happen.
Let me guess. It's a dark and stormy night.
Duh.
And there's a man with a hook for a hand.
Features prominently.
Did he die in a schoolhouse fire?
Combo. Schoolhouse / insane asylum.
Okay. So how does it start?
There are these two sisters, and they're in a haunted cabin. Stop me if you've heard this one before.
It's all new to me.
Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. Let's get another big round of applause for these lovely ladies back here for all their hard work. A big thank you to Trey for his incredible script and all of his direction, for Mr. Raya for all of his help as well, and to Grayson for having to be here.
We've got some hot chocolate left. We're going to walk one of the lights up to the thing if you want to make a s'more. I think the coals are still going in the grill. Otherwise, get home safe. Thank y'all so much for coming out tonight.
Great job. That was so fun.
I can't feel my feet.
You did great.